combo video here for Predaplants. I know you guys are pretty surprised about this because with Predaplants, there isn't really too many combos that pluses. In fact, for a quick disclaimer, this particular combo video will show off what Predaplants usually do, but given that this is a fusion deck, you will actually have plenty of minuses. So most of the time we might have a -2 or -3 even, but overall it's more so the reward that we get in the fact that our monsters are just really big beat sticks with really great effects to really help us OTK our opponent as soon as possible. And because of that, we don't really concern ourselves with having pluses in these combos, more so just what we actually produce. So let's just get started right away. So here's our first combo. It's a 3-card combo. We'll start off by normal summoning our Orpheus Scorpio, discarding our Glow Bulb, which will allow us to bring out our Cobra. Cobra will then search for instant fusion, in which case we'll activate instant fusion. This will allow us to bring us out our sea monster of Theseus, so let's look for Theseus here. Once we actually have Theseus, we immediately take it with the Darlingtonia Cobra, and we link summon right off the bat to go for our Reprodocus. Make sure that this is right on top of Scorpio. From there we'll take Transmodify, and then we'll Transmodify the Scorpio to go for our Spinodionea from the deck. We can now activate our Reprodocus's effect, which will allow us to change Spinodionea's attribute to Earth. From there we'll use Glow Bulb's effect to mill the top card of our deck, and then we'll just bring it out. And from there we could take these two. Since they're both Earth monsters now, we can bring out Naturia Beast, which pretty much means we can negate spells. A 3-card combo ending up in these 2 cards, I just think it's a really nice reward there. It's a -1, but you also have to consider what are the remaining cards in our deck as well, or our hand. And yeah, it's just quite nice. What I love about Predaplants is that they are really simple, and that most of their combos are not so much combos, but rather just really efficient plays that help you generate a lot of different boards and everything like that. So here's a quick 1-card combo. We summon Saracenians, and we immediately link summon to go for our Link Karibo. From there, Saracenian's effect just immediately activates, allowing you to search for any Predap card from your deck to your hand. So yeah, pretty simple there, and it just shows you that this deck can do quite a bit sometimes, even though they have very few cards to go with. Alright, so here's another 3-card combo. We have 1-for-1, we have Transmodify, and we actually don't need Glow Bulb. It can be any monster you want. We just need a target for 1-for-1. So we'll start off by activating 1-for-1, ditch the random monster. It doesn't have to be Glow Bulb, but we can bring out a Saracenian from our deck. From there we could take Transmodify to actually send this to the grave. And we can go for our Clamato Sundew from the deck. And Saracenian will actually search and add our Hydra to our hand. We can use Clamato Sundew's effect, and together we'll fusion these 2 up and simply go for a Chimeroflasia. So this is actually a really nice and simple combo. Although it's a 3-card combo that only ends up generating you 1 card, depending on what monster you send with 1-for-1, you could do quite a bit of things. We also have a Hydra in the graveyard as well, just in case. So if we want to weaken our opponent's monsters, then we have Hydra ready, and Chimeroflasia's effect is just good enough to reduce the opponent's monster's attack anyway. And of course, let's say we did discard our Glow Bulb from 1-for-1, then we can actually use its effect, bring it back out, and we can even synchro for level 8 as well. Alright, so here's a 4-card combo that really is an extension of the previous combo. These 2 blank cards are meant to be just random monsters in the hand. Basically, we'll go for 1-for-1, and let's just imagine the monster we discarded was a Hydra, right? And we'll go for the same thing again, a Saracenian, and from there we'll activate the Transmodify once more, sending this to go for, again, Clamato Sundew, but instead we'll actually use Saracenian's effect to search for Scorpio instead. Keep in mind we haven't normal summoned yet, so we can normal summon the Scorpio and ditch the last monster. Let's just say it's Glow Bulb, and special summon Cobra from the deck. We'll add our instant fusion, and then from there we can take instant fusion and simply, well, actually it's up to you on this case, but we'll go for instant fusion again, and this will allow us to go for Theseus. And from here you can just take Theseus and Cobra and then synchro summon for 8, so go for Omega. And if you want as well, you can use Omega's effect, ditch it, and of course you have an open extra monster zone again, so you have Clamato Sundew together with Scorpio, and you can go for a fusion summon as well, so definitely really nice there. Here's another alternative to this, so let's actually pick up from here. So at this point, Cobra has searched for instant fusion. Now for instant fusion this time, instead of summoning out Theseus, let's actually bring out our Relinquished instead. So we can actually go for Millenniumized Restrict or Relinquished, whatever you have, and then simply from there you could just take your Clamato Sundew plus the Millenniumized Restrict, and together this will actually allow you to go for the very first time, you can go for Dragos Depelia, so it's definitely really nice there, simply just to go for that. Otherwise, you also have these two as well, so you can actually go for just a basic Link Summon prior to bringing out Dragos Depelia as well. Or we can actually reverse the situation even more than that, so instead of searching for instant fusion with Cobra, we can instead search for polymerization instead. We'll use Clamato Sundew and a Cobra and fusion summon the two of them, and this will actually allow us to go for our Starving Venom, and then from there we can take our polymerization, fusing our Scorpio and our Starving Venom, and this will actually allow us to go for our Greedy Venom. So it's just slightly different. As you can see, the past 3 combos we just did are pretty much just alternatives to each other. Alright, apologies about the lighting here. I just had to turn on the lights because it was actually getting darker now. It's currently the evening as I'm recording this, so yeah, hopefully this actually improves it just a bit. But yeah, keeping things simple again with a 4-card combo, just, sometimes you might draw really odd hands like this. So we can actually just go polymerization, fusing any 2 random Predaplant monsters to go for our Chimera Rafflesia, which is a level 7 of course. From there we can normal summon Copy Plants, copy Chimera Rafflesia to become a level 7, and simply just overlay the two and go for any rank 7s. Now, you can actually go for Draco Sack these days because Draco Sack does produce 2 tokens, meaning you can actually go for some more Link Summons there as well, so it's definitely quite nice. Just depending on what you really have in these hands, giving you options. Alright, so let's say you had this particular situation instead. What would you do with this? Well, you could actually normal summon Scorpio, discard the Globe Bulb, and bring out your Saracenians. From there, you could take Fragrance Storm, get rid of Saracenian. Potentially, you can draw 2 cards, depending on if you draw another plant monster or not. But that's really nice. It's mostly Copy Plant, which will allow you to add Hydra to the hand. We can then activate 1-for-1, ditching our Hydra, and this will allow us to special summon Copy Plant. Copy Plant will copy Scorpio, becoming a level 3 itself. Both will go for a level 6 Synchro. Stardust Charge Warrior, allowing you to draw another additional card, so potentially you could have 2 to 3 cards in your hand right now. And of course, you can use Globe Bob's effect to bring it back out again, and then synchro these 2 to go for any level 7 synchro you want. So that's just another situation. Alright, so here's another 4-card combo. These 2 just have to be any random monsters, but we'll normal summon Orpha Scorpio, discard our monster, could be anything, and special summon out Cobra. Cobra will then allow you to search for Poly. We'll use polymerization, fusing Cobra plus the other monster, which potentially would be another Predaplant monster. Doesn't matter what it is, but we're going for a Chimera Rafflesia here. And then from there we could take Chimera Rafflesia and a Scorpio together with Link Summon, going for an Underclock Taker. Then we can activate Refusion to bring back Chimera Rafflesia. Basically, you bring out these 2 cards. Underclock Taker's effect is just really good, reducing your opponent's monster's attack based on Chimera Rafflesia's attack, and then when Chimera Rafflesia attacks your opponent's monster, it also reduces their monster's attack as well. So overall, you're going for really big damage right here, so it's just a really nice thing to go for. Alright, so here's another 3-card combo. We have Orpha Scorpio, normal summon, discard our Clammy to special summon out our Saracenians. Activate Poly to fusion Scorpio and Saracenian together, which will allow us to go for our Starving Venom. From there, Saracenian will allow us to add our Predapruning from the deck because it's a Predap card. We can activate Predapruning, bring back a Clamados Undo, use Clamados Undo together with Starving Venom, and together we can go for a Greedy Venom Fusion Dragon. So just a really nice thing to go for, but Greedy Venom is just really awesome because with him he can also come back by banishing Starving Venom as well. Alright, so let's end things off utilizing the new cards here. So Predaplants is the card that we recently added to the deck, so we'll go with these 4-card combos. Basically, to start things off, we'll activate our Predaplants and we'll reveal the 2 Predaplant monsters from our hand and give our opponent's monsters Predator counters. Now, I'm actually relying on the fact that our opponent has 2 monsters on the board at the very least, basically trying to emphasize the point that Predaplants is meant to be a turn 2 deck. Normal summon Orphis Scorpio and then discard the Globe Bulb to bring out Hydra. And then from there we could take Orphis Scorpio and Hydra to go for Underclock Taker. And then Yugioh and Hydra can both tribute their effects off the opponent's monsters to bring themselves out. Take these 2 and then we can simply go for a Star Eater, which is a level 11 Synchro. And from there, Underclock Taker also reduces their attack as well. So just utilizing the new card here, Predaplants, and yeah, it's just a really fun thing to do. But basically, that's pretty much it for this combo video, so hope you guys actually enjoyed this. Goes to show that this deck more so operates on a turn 2 basis, so definitely want to be going for turn 2 here most of the time, but also that this deck, although it has a few minuses in the different combos and plays you can make, a lot of them are pretty rewarding, helping you OTK your opponent really quickly. So hope you guys enjoyed this and hope it actually gives you guys ideas to also develop your own combos as well. If you have any combos of your own, do leave it in the comments down below for everyone to see. But in the meantime, hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you next time.